Hi guys, my name is Joyce and welcome to Sewing with Joyce. In today's video, I'll show you how I made these slippers. It's really easy and it's really nice to walk around the house with these slippers. I'm voicing over this video because I'm from Brazil and I made this video in Portuguese, so I'm translating to English. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe and also like this video. Now let's make some new slippers. I'll start by tracing one shoe in a piece of paper, then around the corners and mark the middle. Now I'll fold it in half and then cut evening out all the corners, because my goal here is to only have one pattern for both feet. In another piece of paper, I'll mark the middle and also the top and the bottom of the shoe. I'll measure in the shoe how many centimeters I have into the opening where my feet goes. And I'll also mark the part of the shoe between the sides of the shoe. Now I'll transfer all these measures to the paper. So this line is the first measure I made in the shoe where I show you, and this other line is one side to the other side of the shoe. Now I'll link everything in a round shape. In that point, I'll mark the middle where my feet will enter the slipper. I'll leave 1 centimeter to each side and mark. I'll draw a line into the end of the slipper and then finish the pattern with a straight line in the sides. I'll fold in half and then cut it so it's even in both sides. And now my pattern is ready. This is the top part and that is the bottom. We need these two parts to make the slipper. I transfer the pattern to this fleece soft fabric and I'll cut it. I already have 2 layers of fabric and I'm cutting with 1 centimeter of seam allowance. I'll do the same thing to the bottom of the slippers. For the lining of the slipper, I'll use a fur fabric, and you don't have to use this if you don't want to. You can just cut in the first fabric twice to make your slipper, but in this case I'll use this fabric because I think it's gonna be softer and also warmer. Let's start sewing. I'll start by folding the top part of the slipper and mark only in the straight line and stitch there. I'm also marking the middle, cutting a little bit of the fabric on the top. I'll mark the middle of this part by folding in half and then cutting a little piece in the bottom and in the top. Now I'll pin and sew both of these parts together. For the lining, I'll also gonna fold in half, but this part I'll leave an open. I'll just stitch a little bit in the corners and I'll leave an open in that straight part, and the rest I'll do exactly the same thing that I did in the other. Now I'll turn right side out of the fur fabric, that is my lining, and then I'll put inside of the other fabric. To close the slipper, I'm gonna stitch these fabrics together in the top of the slipper. The lining has an open that we left, so I'm gonna turn all the fabric on that space, and then the slipper is gonna look like this. I'll put the lining back on the slipper. This is the final look of the slipper. I just need to stitch by hand that space that was open. This is the final project. Now, to be safer, I'm gonna put a little bit of a hot glue in the bottom of the slippers so it won't slip when I use.